I've been taking the Hagen class for the last 6 weeks with Frank Zotter, and it's been fantastic. It's been my first class in acting, my first official class. I've done a few classes before that have sort of summarised experience in the industry and the business side of it. This is the first time that I've ever taken a class that's focused specifically on acting and how to do it. So I've absolutely loved it. And what I wanted to get out of the class was basically to find out who Uta Hagen is, what her techniques are, what her approach is. I had no idea beforehand. So that was all I wanted to get out of the class, but I got so much more. So a lot more than what I thought and expected that I would get out of it. It's been fun, it's been challenging. It's awakened things within me that I'm glad that are there, and then I'm glad that they've come out as well, which is something I didn't expect out of the class. So for me, I've definitely gotten way more out of it than I thought I would. I've learnt specificity, and rather than just generalizing a feeling, for example being happy, to specify that moment in time within the script as well, and how to act that and to share that with a scene partner. And then that led on to connecting deeper with my scene partner as well, rather than just being, when you're going into acting, you automatically feel nervous and vulnerable, and so you're not in the moment, you're not present. And once that went away, you could connect deeper to the character and to your scene partner. So the specificity, the object exercises were great. That definitely gave something for you to focus on as an actor, that you could then create a world around. So we do a lot of warm-up exercises prior to the class, rather than just jumping into the scene where you feel a bit overwhelmed and a bit vulnerable and self-conscious. We'd just warm up with the other actors in the class, say walking into an elevator, and you had something that Frank, the instructor, would give you quietly to the side, and you had to act that out. And then he'd call out 2 or 10, and so you amplified it or toned it down a little bit, which is a challenge within yourself. And then the rest of the actors in the class had to guess what you were performing. So yeah, that was one of the exercises that I really liked. You feel completely safe with him. That's easy, straight off the bat, safe with him. He's not an intimidating guy at all, and he's had a crazy career in theatre, so I've never met anyone as professional so far, as worked with anyone as professional as him. So for me, I was quite nervous coming into the class, coming from little town Perth in Australia. So yeah, I thought I'd find it intimidating, and that he would speak in a language that clearly everyone else understood, but given my lack of experience, that I'd be completely overwhelmed and just lost in the whole system of it. But I wasn't. He speaks to each actor in the way that he knows you can understand, and not in a condescending way at all. So he addressed each pair that was specific to them, which I really liked. You could be vulnerable in the scene, you could stuff up, you could make so many mistakes, and that wasn't the focus. The focus is on what we can make better, what your strengths are, and how to amplify those strengths, as opposed to, okay, yeah, you forgot 10 lines, irrelevant, we're going to work with what we've got. So through default of that, really, you end up remembering the lines more, because it takes the pressure off just that superficial stuff of trying to remember the lines, which is so frustrating. Every other class I've done, it's always been, okay, so you didn't remember the line, and that brings you down as an actor, because it's, yes, we all know you have to know the lines, we all get it. If you don't, then you're in the wrong industry. But that's not the focus of the acting, it's the moment and creating that. So yeah, Frank's fantastic. I definitely want to come back for Frank. So